What's this? What's this? There's indies in the air. What's this? Do you even care?
No.
What? Of course you do. This is an indie channel.
Oh yeah, I mean, I care about the indies. I just didn't care about your song. I thought that's what you were referring to.
Welcome everybody. This is 𝐸𝐸dream of Indie Weekly. We are back after like what, a year hiatus of not doing this show, and then we just decided, all right, let's kick the old tires and get this thing rolling again.
Is that
the saying?
Is that a phrase?
Kick the tires down the old treadmill? I don't know, something like that.
I'll take your word for it.
How's everybody doing out there? We're back on camera, yo. I am wearing makeup because I have a terrible zit. So zoom in, everybody, and see
I'm
the
not.
zit if you want. It's totally there. Look, I'm a hairy man, so that covers some of my facial
Deal with
qualities,
it, America. Okay.
But we're dealing with a lot of indie games this year. It's good to be back. I'm here with SilentSigns. We will be here every single Sunday, folks, talking about the latest in indie game news, what's new on the channel, what came out, all of that kind of stuff. And of course, fan favorite, question of the week will be at the end of each episode. So we have a little bit of a new setup probably since the last time we did this. We have a bit of a backdrop, I suppose. It's not like your cliche stack of games from like all these YouTubers. You always see the big rack of games behind them. But I do have this cool 1-up arcade cabinet, which I quite enjoy. Pac-Man is one of my favorite games of all time, so I had to own this one. In fact, I believe you got me this, SilentSigns. Word of warning, though, to you. I ate cheese tonight, which I'm not supposed to do. I did take 2 dairy lactose pills.
Excuse me.
So hopefully, yeah, I know, right? Hopefully it's settled. I'm a little like in between right now. You ever get that feeling after a meal where it's just kind of like, I'm not sure yet how I feel about it? Well, we'll find out. But welcome everybody. Good to be back. 𝐸𝐸dream of Indie Games. If this is your first time, your introduction to the channel for whatever reason, welcome. We're bringing a voice to the voiceless ones in gaming. That means covering indie games specifically with tons of reviews, gameplay impressions. We have some new shows as well since we've last done this, like Whose Indie Is It Anyway, which goes over some of the great hidden indie gems that perhaps you missed out on over the years. We have upcoming indies we're excited about, which goes over all of the latest releases that you can look forward to in a week. That launches every single Saturday.
Plus, at least 5 days a week, we are live on youtube.com/𝐸𝐸dream of Indie.
That's right here.
Featuring some fabulous indie titles that...
With Legend of the Star.
Yes.
And Literary Rose.
Yes.
Yep.
And sometimes me.
Sometimes, yep. Yep.
When you're unlucky.
So yeah, we have live streams, gameplay impressions, reviews, pretty much everything in the Indieverse, and we hope this show ties it all into a beautiful little knot and gives you the indie game news as well.
I'm afraid not.
Very well done. Which will make this your one-stop destination for indie gaming coverage. But that said, as you may have heard out there, YouTube is on the, well, I guess they're kind of going after creators for swearing. They're demonetizing videos. We've felt this a little bit, which is why we are fighting back not only with channel memberships here, which you can still get here at our YouTube channel.
Oh, sure. Motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. That might have done it there too.
Sorry.
Actually, I've heard that certain captions that will still show as shit, so
no!
you might have screwed us either way, but that's okay. We don't care because we're not changing our content
okay.
for YouTube whatsoever. However, you can fight back against this echo chamber over at patreon.com/𝐸𝐸dream of Indie Games, where we just launched it as of yesterday, I guess when this is coming out, and we have 4 tiers to choose from. All of them get you access to our Discord channel, as well as some other fun perks like ad-free versions of some of these shows, just like this one. So you don't have to deal with sponsors or ads or anything like that.
But you do still have to deal with us, unfortunately.
Yeah, that part of it doesn't change, unfortunately. So however you end up supporting 𝐸𝐸dream of Indie Games, whether it's hitting the like button, subscribing, thank you for all that you do for independent developers, publishers, and for 𝐸𝐸dream of Indie. Let's get into some indie game news, SilentSigns. We've swung around the horse stick long enough, I would say, and apologies for my lack of professionalism.
That's not a phrase.
We don't have a we don't have a desk yet, so this is on my lap right now. Literally a laptop, which I guess kind of makes sense when you think about it, right? So with that said, let's get into some indie gaming news. I'm doing this one kind of as a favor, SilentSigns, because tons of demos obviously come out each and every week on Steam, but I want to highlight one in particular. That game is Marko, Beyond Brave, and there is a new demo. This was a game that was kickstarted a while back, successfully so, but the reason that I wanted to point this story out is not only because I do want to play the demo, but because we have a Discord member for a long time, Lord Derpy, who's doing a voice in this game, right? Of 𝐥𝐤𝐤?
That's Captain Derpy.
Oh, that's right, he changed to Captain Derpy. I'm sorry. Sorry, Derpy, I just always know you as Derpy, but you're Captain Derpy now, yar! So you can have me walk the plank later, but no, this game is going to be voiced by a Discord community member, which I thought was really neat. It's all kind of coming around, just like that horse dick I was talking about earlier. But seriously, this game looks really fun, really animated, and I'm excited because we've heard Derpy in our Discord chats and such do voices before. Very talented individual, and bringing a character to life here in Marko Beyond Brave. Do you have any interest in this title, though, outside of our friend being in it?
Very much so. It actually looks like a great game as well, so that's an added perk, I suppose. In other news, Eastasiasoft recently had a showcase featuring 15 titles coming soon to consoles and PC.
Oh, hold up. They were responsible for 7 Pirates H, one of your favorite reviews here on the channel. Link in the description box.
I still remember how to play.
The Squiddy Titty game, right?
Yeah.
Everyone loves that review. It's like
Who
one of
didn't
our
love
more
that?
popular reviews on the channel. So what have they showcased, SilentSigns? Looks like 15 games total here. What were some of these titles?
Some of those titles include Mugen Souls?
Mugen, yeah, I think that's a game that actually existed on PC for a while and is now just heading over to Switch.
Indeed, as well as Hot Blood, Burrow of the Fallen Bear.
Oh, that's the one that Rose is going to be playing on stream. The Furries, right? The visual novel?
Well, we've got that. We've got the Red Dress of Mira.
Oh yeah, that looks like kind of a adventure title. Yep. And
Is it
there's
redress or redress?
let me see there. What's it look like? I'm gonna say that's the red dress. Let's go with that. The red dress. You would need 2 Ds for that.
Right.
But either way, a lot coming from Eastasiasoft, so I highly recommend checking out the full showcase. We'll also have a link to that because it's a YouTube link, and YouTube won't screw us over for using a YouTube link.
Thanks,
they just
YouTube.
don't like when we use other links. Our next story involves a brand new game. It's Nestheads, an open-world adventure title that merges cognitive science and gaming. And it just launched on Kickstarter, SilentSigns. That Kickstarter is going to be running through February 13th of 2023. Quote, "We believe that self-mastery should be accessible and enjoyable for everyone. And that's why we're turning to Kickstarter to make Nestheads a reality," said David Foreman, Nestheads Incorporated's co-founder. "With your support, we can bring this innovative game to players all over the world and help them discover the wonders of their inner world. Navigate the hand-drawn 2D world of the human brain, exploring actual locations like your hippocampus, 𝐬𝐸𝐵𝐿𝐴. Give me a Tim Allen
Clearly
there.
yours isn't working, whatever.
And your angular gyrus. Do you have one of those?
Oh, I've got an angular gyrus, alright.
Let me see it. Come on, give me a little peek of that
Not
angular
on
gyrus.
camera, come on.
I'm gonna look up what that actually is after, and hopefully it's kosher. But yeah, new game. Check it out. Kickstarter. All right, we ourselves were coming out of the winter funk, waiting for new games to roll in. Now we are fairly encumbered, I would say, SilentSigns, with video games. We're doing a lot of reviews next week, but this past week we only had a couple videos, including our new show, Whose Indie Is It Anyway? Which, by the way, have you watched yet? I know you haven't had much to do with the production of it, but
Of course I've watched.
really? Do you watch your own content? I don't know. Some people are weird about hearing their own content, or especially their own voice, but I guess your voice isn't on this.
I've only been on that one once, so I can watch it
Yeah.
and not suffer. I think it's a great show, and if you have a game that you think fell under the radar, or perhaps deserves to be celebrated a little bit more,
Right.
let us know.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know on that show in the comments, or even right here on I Dream of Indie Games Weekly. For those of you that aren't familiar or haven't checked it out yet, we do have a playlist. The show is all about games that really time kind of just swept under the rug, or perhaps were forgotten, and we feel like we're worth your time. This week we had, let me see here, Blade Kitten was one of the games, which is really going back. Yep. 𝐤𝐸, you might remember 𝐤𝐸.
Thank you very much.
That was actually published by EA back when they did some really, really cool indie stuff. I know they do like the EA originals now, but it's not nearly like what they used to do. And there's more titles on there as well. And each and every week on that show, we also do a fan selection. So you can be a part of the show as well. The only other video that rolled out, and that was just yesterday, if I am thinking correctly, is upcoming indies, and that covers the week of January 9th through the 15th. So we release this every Saturday, which I know you're all out there having lives and partying and such, but don't forget to stop in and watch this video because it gets you real hyped and excited for the week ahead of indie games, and it might even put some games on your radar.
Yeah, you'll catch something maybe you didn't even know was coming out, which we certainly do every week.
Heck, this is how I learned about a lot of games, just making these videos now. So be sure to check that out as well. Seems to be pretty popular on the channel. Folks are really enjoying this show. So we're glad to be able to bring you original content outside of the reviews, because as much as we enjoy doing reviews, it's great to do other things as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Plus, we'll find more games to cover, which is fantastic.
Okay, we are going to try a new segment here real quick before we get to our question of the week, which you know a lot of you are looking forward to. And the idea here was, SilentSigns, to spotlight creators that maybe have smaller channels, are trying to break through, because I've been there, you've been there, we've done that. We did the grind, we did the 3 a.m. wake-ups to build an audience. Heck, we still do a lot of that stuff now. We know the struggle to get recognition on your channels, and this one is a shout out for our good friend 𝐥𝐸𝐤𝐤 in the Discord, who just recently joined our Patreon at the top tier, so huge thank you there, 𝐥𝐸𝐤𝐤, for being such a great supporter of I Dream of Indie Games. I hope this is a small repayment. We want to shout out your channel. Be sure, everyone, there will also be a link to this in the description box below. 𝐥𝐸𝐤𝐤's channel, he's got some cool, fun videos over there, like he recently did the Lexi Awards.
Yes, he covers a lot of indie games as well. He does some unboxings and lots of fun stuff that we don't even do, so definitely something to check out.
And I was very proud of you for giving him the nickname, which he uses on his channel, I believe, to this day, of Sexy Lexi.
He is Sexy Lexi.
So Sexy Lexi, be sure to check out that channel, subscribe over there. Support a small content creator. It's not easy out there, folks, especially now that you can't even swear for, like, what, 15 seconds or something. I don't know. We're probably demonetized anyway, but that's okay. We'll beat them anyways, folks, because we have you supporting us, and we appreciate it greatly. So with that said, we have a question of the week for all you great indie warriors, legends, immortals out there, or grand members, the top tier, the new top tier over, which that name comes from Ophidian Minds. Shout out to as well. Which indie games did you get this Christmas? We want to hear from you. SilentSigns, did you get any new games this Christmas, or were you just kind of playing catch up?
Well, technically I got a game this Christmas. I finally got my hands on Vampire Survivors.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did purchase that.
I just haven't had a chance to play it yet.
I did play some of it on my new Steam Deck, which you got me for Christmas.
And I got Don't Starve Together from the lovely Legend of the Star.
You were gifted all kinds of cool things, and you ended up doing a live stream together. The three gals were like having a blast from what I caught of that. Remember as well, you can head over to the playlist if you miss any of our live streams. Those are a real riot, 6 p.m. Eastern. Each and every day of the week, pretty much, and even on Saturdays sometimes when we have a ton of stuff to get done, we might do an extra live stream. But join Legend of the Star, Literary Rose, and SilentSigns. It's a great way to interact and have a blast as they play some other fun upcoming indie games.
And you might see a game you want to check out yourself.
Absolutely, but that's going to do it for us, folks. As always, thank you for your continued support of I Dream of Indie Games. It's fun to be back on camera. Let us know if you enjoy this, or if you want us just to go off into the shadows again, we can totally do that too. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you because more content is coming.